The folks at LAFEECA gifted us this nice coffee brewer for cold brewing. You can also use iced tea with this. A lot of versatility to make some great, great drinks. Let me show you. First of all, let's take off the top and see what we got inside. So we do have the hopper here. This is the brewer. So we pull off the extension, which also serves as the cover. And I notice right away how fine that mesh is. So my coffee grounds aren't going to get into my pitcher. So let's talk about cold brew. There's two things you can drink. You can drink iced coffee, which is simply coffee that's been brewed with hot water and then poured over ice and enjoyed cold. That's completely different from this. This is a different process. Cold brew, on the other hand, is a function of the brewing. There's no hot water involved. It's room temperature or refrigerated water, whichever you prefer. Longer time, 12 to 24 hours. And what that results in is a much less acidic, smoother and slightly sweeter coffee with a little more caffeine kick to it. Now, the question I had is how much cold brew can this system make? Because cold brew actually is concentrated. So I'm going to find out exactly how much this hopper holds. You can see I have a very roughly ground coffee, even a little bit more rough than French press. That's what you want for this. So let's see how much it'll hold. So it looks like I'm at 88 right now, so it looks like it's going to hold about 90. Let's see if we'll get 90 in there before I'm bringing it up to the thread, before it hits the threads here, because I want to have room to be able to screw on that lid. So there we are. There's 90 grams. So I've got 90 grams of coffee, and I've got 1,600 grams or mils of water capacity here. So by putting this in here, that gives me a ratio of 1 to 17. Most coffee aficionados say about 1:18 is good. So we are in pretty good shape. You can reduce the amount of water, of course, to make that ratio of coffee to water higher. I'm going to pour our water inside. Now, the most important thing with cold brew is to keep your grounds saturated during the 12 to 24 hours that you brew. 12 hours is fine, so you can do this the night before. You wake up the next morning and you've got a house full of people that are looking to have some cold brew. So I'm there at I went a little high, but you won't. At my 1,600 mils. Put the lid on. Let that sit for 10 minutes, and then after the 10 minutes, about every hour or so, you want to agitate this. So again, the goal here is to make sure all those grounds inside are wet. Now, I'm going to give this the ultimate test, okay? I'm going to see if I can turn this over. Here we go. Look at that. Okay, look, it's contained. That's a good thing. That's a good test right there, because you can literally pick that up. This is the best way to agitate, is to turn it upside down. So in addition to cold brew, remember I mentioned that you can put tea in here and make iced tea. So in the hopper, instead of the coffee, put some loose leaf tea. Then when you put the water in, you can also add to the water in the pitcher some sliced up oranges or lemons or any fruit that you want to. And for that matter, you can put fruit inside the infuser. So just about anything, any flavor, anything that'll infuse water, you can put into this system. You know, after looking at both of these LAFEECA products, I see that they're well built, well designed. Again, this is, I don't know if I mentioned, but this is plastic. It's a heavy duty plastic, which I much prefer over glass, because I've got marble tile flooring in my kitchen. If I dropped this and this was glass, it would be curtains for this system. But since it's this heavy plastic, I feel confident that it's not going to break. Solid, stylish. I highly recommend it.